The food bank operates on about a $4.5 to $5 million cash budget. But the food that's donated to the food bank every year, given to us for free, is worth about $20 million. So for roughly $5 million, we will put $20 million worth of food on the plates of people in need across the 8 counties in Northeast Ohio. Now, I don't think there's any charity in the region that's leveraging donated dollars to that extent, making a huge difference in the lives of people. Every time you give someone a bag of groceries, it not just feeds them, but it gives them an opportunity to pay their heating bill and buy their kids' shoes. The Canton Regional Food Bank is the source of food, primarily surplus food, for over 450 soup kitchens and homeless shelters and food pantries across 8 counties of Northeast Ohio. Our partners, our members, are charities that serve about 180,000 different individuals every year and across the region. It's an agency with tremendous scope. Almost all of the charities that are members of the food bank are operated exclusively by volunteers. That's been the case since the food bank started in 1982. Now we have about 2,000 volunteers that come in and help us during the course of the year sorting food drive food here in our warehouse. In 2008, the number of people seeking emergency food from the food bank really skyrocketed. We had a 50% increase in the amount of food that we distributed in the last 4 years. That's big. In 2012, we are taking on a very ambitious goal to distribute over 1 million more pounds of fresh and perishable produce to people in need. And so we're excited about that. Certainly the support that we've received in the community is why we can do that. It's sometimes difficult for people to really zero in on the hunger problem because it's so integrated into the human condition. It's hard to differentiate sometimes. But indeed, our clients come typically in 2 profiles. Chronic poverty and situational poverty. And chronic poverty looks like working poor people, but it also looks like disabled people and senior citizens on fixed incomes that can't work. Over half of the clients that we serve are over 65 and under 18 years old, very vulnerable members of our population. But yet we're seeing more and more people that are working and that can't make ends meet, that don't have health insurance. If they do, they have subpar health insurance, they live on subsistence wages. There's huge numbers of people that experience food crises in their lives every single day. The manufacturing sector in the last few years has gotten increasingly efficient, and it's an interesting tension in what we do, because all this food that you see here is surplus food that's donated from manufacturers in the grocery industry. Well, it doesn't help their bottom line to make mistakes in manufacturing or to have shifts in demand that cause these big surpluses. And in the last few years, as more pressure's been on manufacturers, these donations have been harder to come by. We are a bucket brigade on a 5-alarm house fire, and there are so many extensive needs in this community. There's so many people that are in crisis. We could distribute 100 million pounds and still not get everybody's needs met. And that's it. Our model, what we do is take surplus food and give it a home on the plates of people in need, keeping good food out of the landfill. And that's about as good as it gets.